Green Man! 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 Holy YouTube video, Green Man!
Okay, I'm here in my room. I've got some comics stored. I'm going to try and get to that pile of comics there. This room has become a bit of a storeroom, so it's and my comics are way over there. I had a load of comics, like about 5 boxes piled up here. Excuse my throat, I didn't realise it was going to be croaky like this. I thought my throat would cleared up, but it's got all croaky still. I'm having a radiator put in. The council came around and redid our radiators. Someone's clothes is hanging in front of it. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the comic boxes that were piled up there now, because I don't want them sitting in front of a radiator, do I? So that's another problem. But anyway, the current problem is to get over there, grab some of those boxes without breaking my neck. So here we go, box A. No mention of what's inside. Yeah, a little bag, that's good. Let's have a look what's inside then. Let's see if we can work it out. Alright, let's dedicate this to Rayman the Silencer Man. It's you, dude. It's the Ray. There's only one Ray in the comic community, and that's Rayman the Silencer Man. But we also have the Ray, this run of DC started in 1994. Pretty sure I've got all of them in this run. Pretty cool costume. Of course, this is not the original Ray, I don't think. I think this the Ray's been around for a while. Wasn't he a member of either Seven Soldiers of Victory or the what was the name of the team that was led by Uncle Sam? I can't remember now. I actually went through them in one of my earlier videos, and now I can't remember the name of that team. I think Ray might have been one of those member of one of those that team though. Freedom Force, alongside Black Condor. What's the name of the woman? Phantom Lady. Who else is in that team? The Human Bomb. The little bloke. What's the name? The Human Doll, is it? Or the Living Doll? Or Mighty Man? I don't really remember now. Some little guy. Doll Man. I think he was called Doll Man. Oh, that's how confusing him with another character of similar stature. But anyway, yeah, I think the Ray originally was was from that period, and this is a later version of the Ray. Can't remember an awful lot about this book actually. Light powers, obviously. That's it. Can't go any further than that. Definitely one that needs to be reread again. I'm pretty sure it was a decent one actually. And there you go, that's Black Condor there, teaming up. Well, fighting each other by the looks of it rather than teaming out. Zapped by Death Ray. Savage Doom. Has Vandal Savage been stabbed? Who by? Well, I've got a couple of years worth of comics here anyway. It's gone for about 28 issues by the looks of it. There you go. 28 issues of that comic. Fairly decent run. Right, this was another decent run. Damage. This is the old Damage from 1994. Who is Damage? Good question. It's Grant something or other, but I can't remember his surname. Every time I think Grant, I think Grant Morrison for some reason. That's the only name pops in my head, which is silly because my brother's name's Grant. But then again, I know my brother never wrote any comics, so yeah. Grant Powell, maybe? Grant, his first name's Grant, definitely. I think that might be his dad, who was Arn. No, what was his name? Oh, he was from the not Infinity Inc., but the one. I can't remember now. But it was like the the All-Star Squadron. Young All Stars. I think it might have been from the Young All Stars. Iron Monroe, that was it. Iron Monroe. Oh, I thought my throat might be better clear. I think it turned out that was his dad. Or supposed to be his dad. Is that his mother then? Is Phantom Lady his mother? Maybe. Yeah, he had a bit of a difficult to control power in that he blew up a lot. He tended to blow up a lot and do a lot of damage. But there's a new damage now, isn't there, in the comics? So completely unrelated powers, just the name is the same. So this poor guy has now been forgotten about. Like he never existed. And with the New 52 and the rebirth, maybe he did never exist, who knows? Possessed. Right, this run for 20 issues by the looks of it. That's what I've got anyway. I'm assuming I got the full run. Right, some Doom Patrol. 4 out of 5 new, all different Doom Patrol. So only Robot Man is the original member from this run by the looks of it. I don't think this is a very long run. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I don't remember any of the other characters from that Doom Patrol. Probably no longer with us in the comic book world. Probably killed off in some event or something. Or made to have never existed. These from around the 2002 mark, these ones. Who am I? It's a good question. Who is Robot Man? Cliff something, isn't it? Cliff. I can't remember his surname. Pretty sure his first name is Cliff. And he was like a stunt car driver or a racing car driver. And got into a major crash and had to have his brain stuck in a robot body. It went for a bit longer than I remembered anyway. Like the original Doom Patrol, but different, dude. So the original Doom Patrol come back halfway through the run. Right, it seems like the original of this comic's Doom Patrol is still inside Robot Man's head anyway. Looks like this one went for about 2 years as well, possibly. It's not ringing any bells in my head though, looking at the comics. So it's been 16 years since I've read them. So yeah, that's the thing with these keeping your comic books in in storage for ages. You completely forget what you collected. Certainly forgetting all the stories. But when I come to read them all again, which I dare say I'll get around to at some point, yeah, it'll be fun. Right, so that's it. Nearly 2 years. Issue 22. I was right. We are doomed. Yeah. But I'm not sure how many Doom Patrol runs have gone on after this. They're a team that gets rebooted every now and again, Doom Patrol. Alright, we seem to have some Wonder Woman comics. And can anybody guess why I have these Wonder Woman comics? She's not a character I ever picked up an awful lot by. But as you'll probably see, the Demon. And then we have the Demon again. So I think that could be the theme running through my Wonder Woman comics, not too sure. I know I have a few more. 282. The Demon's in there as well. Yeah. Not even the Demon can save the Amazon from the fury of a man ball berserk. Right, and then we jump forward to number 300, special anniversary issue. Probably isn't worth a bean. You never know though, might be, but I doubt it. And then I'm assuming this is the next Wonder Woman run. And I know Wonder Woman is one of the characters. I actually like her, actually, thinking about it. I don't know why I never bothered to collect her at any point. I suppose because I thought, I'm a guy, I want to see the guys kicking butt, I suppose, I don't know. But yeah, shame, because that's a classic run. I've actually got some, I think probably the start of the Perez run, a trade paperback recently. And it was pretty cool actually. Really, it was probably the better of all the. I had like 4 different books of Wonder Woman over different periods in this like anniversary set, and the early one was definitely the best one, to be honest. This is the period. That's just what got me thinking. Actually, it could have well be actually when I started thinking about collecting books again, comics again. I was reading that Wonder Woman. It had like 4 different books in it. So I think it was 75th anniversary like box set. Definitely this period of comic was much more preferable to me than the other ones that are in that box set. So I think that's possibly something that persuaded me to go with this older period of comics as being more entertaining to me. The covers are better and so forth. Right, 92, 93, and then we have the Demon again and the Phantom Stranger. So it looks like I picked up Wonder Woman whenever the Demon was in it, which is fair enough. And a few crossovers as well, I'd pick them up. Well, I'm not too sure why I've got these ones, but I don't mind. Nothing wrong with... I just don't remember buying them. Maybe I bought that one because it was the last laugh. This is an annoying one. It's got no cover. No idea how I come to have one without a cover. 179 this one is. Shame. 180. 181. No idea why I got these, because I didn't start collecting them at any time. Just seem to have some random ones in there. I think maybe when I would say maybe when another person came in, like Batman, because I collected all the Bat books. Maybe my comic shop gave them to me because I knew I collected the Bat books. That could be it. And then we've got a special Wonder Woman, Amazon versus Assassin. And then lastly in this one we've got a Wonder Woman Annual number 5, Legends of the Dead Earth. I've got your cover enhancement right here. It's the first fragging issue of Lobo. And then straight from issue number 1 we go straight to number 33. So it looks like I wasn't buying that regularly whatsoever. Then we got a few specials. Lobo Blazing Chain of Love for mature readers only. And then we got Lobo Goes to Hollywood number 1. Lobo and Deadman, The Brave and the Bold. Lobo Annual, Year 1. It's the 3rd Lobo Annual from 1995. We got the 2nd Lobo Annual, Elseworlds. Then we have Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special, where Lobo has to take out Santa Claus. Lobo in the Chair. Lobo Portrait of a Victim. Lobo I Quit. And then the last one in this, Lobo Cop, a fragging parody, the Bastish of law enforcement, Lobo Cop. More main man action. We've got Lobo Un-American Gladiators, a 4-parter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't mind old Lobo, to be honest. He's fairly amusing in if you try and think of him as being outside normal DC continuity. When he mixes up with superheroes, it gets a little bit silly. He was good in Legion, though. He was well handled in Legion, that's for sure. I prefer Demon to Lobo, to be honest. Okay, Lobo's back. A 4-issue miniseries, Simon Beasley cover art. Awesome. Yeah, Lobo's back number 2. Suggested for mature grown-ups. Keep your hands where I can see them, you basticious. Lobo's back number 3. And our Lobo who art in heaven. Go ahead, turn the other cheek. Suggested for very, very mature readers. Hey, Lobo Infanticide. Mature readers only, no kidding. Book 1 of 4. Oh, book 4 of 4. I seem to have put them in the wrong order. That's daft. Let's try that again. Book 1 of 4. Book 2 of 4. Semper Frag. 3 of 4. There you go. 4 of 4. Lobo Infanticide. So was that his own baby he was trying to kill him now? I'm not too sure. And this one is just a cool cover. Lobo Convention Special. Kevin O'Neill cover, that one. Responsible for some great art over the years. Did he do martial law? I think he did do martial law, Kevin O'Neill, didn't he? Can't remember now. I think he did. I'm thinking about that. But yeah, he's lots of good stuff for 2000 AD, like Tokamada, the Nemesis, the Warlock. Yeah, kind of think of some other stuff that he's done. But I know he's like... He's got good art, but he's just weird. It's out there. It's not to everybody's taste, I'm sure. Okay, we got The Authority versus Lobo. Jingle Hell. Okay, we got Lobo with Bob the Galactic Bum. I know, say it's Bob the Galactic Bum is the name of this comic. It just happens to have Lobo in it. Looks like Ascara covers, yeah. Ascara covers, yeah. Ascara art all the way through, I imagine. Awesome artist he was. One of the best. One of my favourite artists, Ascara. I just liked it from 2000 AD. Just Judge Dredd and Strontium Dog. Just both great characters and just love his art. Always liked his art. Just, I don't know, something about it. Just awesome. Well, I've got a couple of Starman in this bag. Not a great deal of them, to be honest. I've got the graphic collected works ones. I've got them all in collected, so I've only got a few like ones I picked up along the way. So 0 Hour 1, number 3, number 36. I've got the month when I did all the close up on the faces covers, which is number 37, and then finally, I've got Demon. Demon pops up. Science and Sorcery, 1944, guest star in The Demon. So yeah, always worth picking up a Demon. Going through this box has made me kind of realise I think maybe I have a demon problem. I seem to have picked up quite a lot of appearances of the Demon. I suppose the first step towards recovery is knowing you have a problem. I wonder if there's a 12-step program to get over my demon addiction. From the pages of Starman, The Shade. Yeah, this is a 4-parter. The Shade was like a villain for Flash and stuff like that back in the Golden Age, I believe. And they decided with this run of Starman, today I don't think he'd been living a life for so long, I think he got tired of being a criminal and like he was more of a hero, or you know, less evil, put it that way. Right, now we had an event, DC and the Milestone universe. That's probably all the Milestone books I've got. It will be in this like Worlds Collide event. So I didn't mind the Milestone comics at all. I didn't say I never really went out and bought them much, but I was collecting so many anyway at that time. I didn't really want to be getting into a whole bunch of new characters, to be honest. Worlds Collide 2, Hardware, Deja Vu, Icon, World Collides 4. Oh, I haven't got part 3. That's really good, isn't it? Oh, I might have part 3, but it could be one of the DC titles. It probably is. It's probably in Superman, actually. I bet I've got them, but just not in this run here. Blood Syndicate versus Superman. And Icon versus Superman. There's a few gaps in that World Collide, but I reckon it's because of the fact that I've got them in other runs. Probably Superman. And then we've got part 14. This issue, A World Dies. Right, after the reign of the Supermen, Eradicator got a very short run on his own. Just 3 parts, I believe. And then I think he went on to join the Outsiders, or one of the many teams of Outsiders anyway. Never too sure what the Eradicator was exactly. Some kind of, was it supposed to be some kind of medical unit that healed Superman or something? I'm really not sure. Or was it like an android that was sent to replace him, but not like the robot Superman, the cyborg Superman? Yeah, it's really never too clear on who exactly the Eradicator was or what it was. Well, I've got a few Green Arrows here, just randomly. It looks like I picked these up myself later on, rather than like collecting them at the time. I can see they're bought from the back issue box inside my old comic shop. 81, 82, 83. Is the Crossroads story an important one in the Green Arrow saga? No idea. 84. Well, I'm missing 85. Go to 86. And then we got a big jump again to 93. Another little jump to 96. And then another jump to 102. Fine. I think that's when Connor was the Green Arrow after the temporary death of Oliver Queen. Nice Green Arrow annual there. Teaming up with The Question in 1989. It looks like the year later he teamed up The Question again. I'm assuming that's The Question. He certainly seems to be facially challenged. But I'm assuming that's The Question again. Right, another Green Arrow annual from 1991. The 50th anniversary, apparently, of the Green Arrow. Right, and then I have a little run of Green Arrows. Kevin Smith run. Quiver Part 1. Part 2. These are quite well regarded, this run on Green Arrow, I seem to recall. One of the better things in comics that Kevin Smith has done, I think. At least I hear that a lot of people thought highly of it anyway. I got a feeling that I had this on a graphic novel, and I must have gone out and bought the blinking... bought the run, maybe. I can't remember. Or maybe I picked up the run on its own, I don't know. It's got a demon in it. Maybe I picked it up because the demon was in it, who knows? And the Spectre. I think this might have been... I think the Spectre bringing him back to life after he was killed. It's possible that he might have done that. I'm not too sure now. I seem to have a vague memory of that. That's old What's-His-Face and his monster, isn't it? What's that kid's name? Kid who's got a monster. Can't remember, but it's him anyway. Alex and his monster, maybe? I don't know. Pretty cool covers. Hawkman. That's what he brought in Onomatopoeia, isn't it? Quite a cool character, that Onomatopoeia. I'm not sure if it'd work in film or cartoon. Who knows? Archer's Quest. Ouch. I think Solomon Grundy's going to be a little bit pissed off. Here we are. So we've got Arsenal, we've got Connor Hawke, we've got Black Canary, Oliver Queen. Right, so that's it. 21 of those I've got. I'm not sure if that's the full run or not. Okay, I've got a random little run here for Vigilante. No idea which Vigilante this was. There's been about 7 Vigilantes in DC Comics. Unbelievably. Yeah, right. Could this be... see if it says on the inside page who it is. No, I can't remember. But it was quite weird. Because, number 47 is missing. So 45, 46, 48. Adrian Chase, is it? Adrian Chase, was that the name of one of the Vigilantes? It was quite... Yeah, it only goes up to 50. So I've got 4 there. 5 there. 5 there and 1 missing. So it's not even a full run. It's 45, 46, 48, 49, 50. So I have no idea how I come to pick those up. It was quite weird because in the Green Arrow TV show... Adrian Chase was one of the characters, but he turned out to be the alter ego of Prometheus, I think. But they had the Vigilante in that same season, and it wasn't Adrian Chase, it was somebody else. I can't remember who it was now. But yeah, that was a little bit confusing. Anyway, Total Justice. I think it's, based on the Kenner action figures. So yeah, fair enough. Okay, a bit of a hokey team name, but it's got the Charlton characters, including Blue Beetle. So yeah, definitely one I had to pick up. The Law, Living Assault Weapons. Yeah, I wouldn't call Blue Beetle a living assault weapon, really. But there you go. You can't argue with what acronym they came up with. The question... Not even sure what that is. That's supposed to be Peacemaker in a completely zany costume. It says at the top there, Peacemaker. Open your eyes, Graham. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's a completely zany costume. Mind you, his original costume was pretty rubbish. Nightshade. So he's another one who came originally from Charlton. Judo Master. And of course, Captain Atom. Pretty cool. Can that turn into one big... Yeah. I won't be able to get it all onto the thing though, but it does turn into one. Oh no, it turns into 3 different pictures, I think. Yeah, that's cool. So you got that one, Nightshade, Blue Beetle, Judo Master, Question, Captain Atom, and Peacemaker. And you got Blue Beetle again, Nightshade again, Question, Captain Atom, Peacemaker, and Judo Master. There you go. Right, a bit of a dopey parody comic, Doom Force. Right, little run 4-issue miniseries of Power Girl. Back in her big hair days in the 80s. She's got big hair. It's just lucky she hasn't got, what do you call it, leg warmers and shoulder pads. That would have really completed her 80s ensemble. And days before the boob window. Ah, the boob window. Gotta love the boob window, ain't you? Random Silver Age Classics, Adventure Comics. I'm sorry, Superboy, but we cannot admit you into our superhero club. Your low score on the test we gave you prove your powers are too ordinary. Oh, bad news, Superboy. You can't cut it, mate. Right, we're on to the Bloodlines. Another Bloodlines character. Anima. She kind of she could like summon up a monster inside her, something to do with the animus and the anima. I'm not too sure on the psychological what it's all about, animus. But all the Bloodlines characters that had books after the Bloodlines events in the annuals of when was it, 1993 maybe 1994. All the ones that had books, I collected them. So like Argus, Gunfire, Loose Cannon, this one Anima. She got killed recently as well. I think she got ripped in half trying to go through a portal, and the portal closed as she was halfway through. Yeah. To be honest, this comic was pretty naff actually. I did not enjoy this comic. It was pretty boring. She did have a fairly good run though, over a year. But I don't know, there was something missing. It wasn't grabbing me as a zero. Yeah, I was kind of like one of those books, I was reading it and it just felt like a chore. You know, I wasn't like looking forward to the next issue with any enthusiasm, you know. It was just like, okay, well, I'll just carry on collecting it, it'll be over soon. Which is not really the best way to be in your mind when you're collecting a comic. Alright, 12. She had all kinds of guest stars in there along the way. Hawkman's in this one. And it appears to finish up with number 15. Kiss of Death. And then this is the last one. Yeah, and then she's dead. She's dead. She got killed. She got ripped in half by a closing portal, I believe. Okay, now this is just one. I had a feeling I had this. I know I've got a later run of Night Force. But yeah, this is this one. Just one issue, and it looks to be in pretty poor shape. The cover, the spines, yeah, the spine's hanging on by a thread, but it looks fit at the bottom there. Never mind. I know I had some of them, but alright, the Secret Society of Supervillains. Just one of them. The Go-To Geeks went through these a little while back, actually. I didn't realise I had any of them, but just the one, number 13. I know I only have number 1. Why didn't I pick up a few more? If maybe they weren't there. But it just seems strange just to pick up one issue. Maybe because it had Captain Comet in it. Maybe it had Captain Comet and I was reading Legion at the time, and I'm pretty sure Captain Comet was in Legion, so I thought I'd pick up an old issue. It's a shame I wasn't able to pick up the rest of them at the same time. Okay, this is strange. Red Tornado, just part 4 of a 4-parter. This seems to be a bit of an odds and sods section of my collection, where I've just bunged in a few loose comics. The Power of Shazam, number 22. Secret Origins featuring Ambush Bug. Bit of a hark back to the old 60s Batman TV. Stanley and his Monster. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier on. Stanley and his Monster. Well, I've got number 1 of Scare Tactics here. It looks like that's all I collected of them. Okay, Death Wish. It's a love story. This is a milestone book as well. This was a bit of a strange one. I don't know why I collected this one. What made me collect this? 4-parter, I think it is. Unless I just stopped at number 4. But I had a feeling it was a mini series that ended on 4 parts. I got a feeling that the main hero, I can't remember if he was like a transsexual. I forget the feeling of a transsexual or a transvestite or something like that. And I can't really remember now. I just remember there being something to do with gender identity going on somewhere in the comic. It wasn't a bad read though. From what I recall, it was suggested for mature readers. So obviously you've got to expect, mature subjects. So I think that could well have been the subject that was going on about. Yeah, it was a 4-parter only, that one. Right. New Year's Evil. Out of the pages of Kingdom Come, we have Gog. From the pages of The Flash, we have the Rogues. From the pages of the JLA, we have Prometheus. From the pages of Resurrection Man, we have the Body Doubles. From the pages of Kirby's Fourth World, we have Darkseid. Cool picture of Darkseid there. And from the pages of Superman, we have Mr. Mixie. Sorry, just clear my throat. And from the pages of the Teen Titans, we have Dark Nemesis. They're definitely not a team that carried on, really. I don't remember Dark Nemesis ever since this book, or even before that book, to be honest. So I don't think they're a current team. JLA Haven. If I remember right, it's a spaceship that comes to Earth with like a load of, aliens on board, and we kind of give them political asylum or haven, whatever, on Earth. But obviously with a large influx of aliens suddenly arriving on the planet, there was a lot of fear and distrust from both sides. So yeah, that's the story of that. Bad for your eyes. So now it's called Haven, the Broken City, because the ship is kind of like their city on Earth. Oh, number 7 is missing. I hate that when I got blood. Oh no, there it is. Whew, just in the wrong place. But I still hate that. I hate you when they're not where they're supposed to be. Did you see that cover enough? It was number 8. Number 9, yeah. Then we have a Anathema. Haven Anathema, and that was, I imagine, the ending of that story. I can't remember what happened with the Haven. I dare say it's not in continuity anymore. I don't think this guy ever existed. He didn't exist. He was written to have existed. Then he turned bad, and then he never existed again, I'm sure. Yeah, that's... his name's Triumph, but his story is not a triumph, unfortunately. He was a pretty cool character. I like the idea of it, to be honest. But, yeah, the powers that be... I don't know, they do what the powers that be do, and unwrote it. We got a Harley Quinn, Our Worlds at War. Is that an annual? Just as Harley Quinn number 1. Hey, Harley Quinn at last in her own book. At last in her own monthly comic, Harley Quinn number 1. The Roller Coaster of Love. Carl Kessel. Pretty good writer. There she is, with Catwoman and Poison Ivy. Firm friends. Stressed, harried, overworked? Get your own henchmen. Introducing the quintets. There we are. What the heck? How is Harley Quinn not breaking her spine in that picture there? That's got to be broken pelvis all day long, isn't it? That's some gyrations and a half. She sure is flexible, that Harley Quinn. I'll say that for her. The classic Harley costume. A lot of people prefer that to the newer style costume she's got. I wonder if these comics are worth anything. She's quite a popular character, Harley Quinn. I know some of her earliest appearances are really hot, aren't they? Maybe number one of her first title might be hot as well. Who knows? With comics. Comics, just, yeah, you never know. Joker last laugh. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Bit of a weird team, really. Poison Ivy tends to hate people. She used to tend to hate people anyway. And you'd think that the madness of Harley Quinn would rub her up the wrong way, but she seems to have rubbed off on her. That's probably the wrong phrase to use. Thinking of their relationship, but yeah, let's just not go there. Okay. Bizarro, I'm happy Harley and Ivy are ugly. Too bad. Oh yeah, we am bad. We am very bad. Looks like they're trying to beat him up. She's got a broken baseball bat. And she's got a bent up crowbar. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. They're posing in front of a cutout, aren't they? That's it. There's a cutout thing where you put your heads through the holes and yeah. Just a little off the top, please. It's a crazy cover. Oh, hell. Don't know what's going on there. The bad, the dead, and the really ugly. Etrigan is in this one. Yay! Missing in action. Missing in action. Missing in action. Yeah, I get it. Back from beyond with a little help. Okay. That's a spicy screwball. Harley Quinn coming out of Martian Manhunter's mouth. Yeah, okay. Okay, if you say so. Ooh. Looks like Batman and Harley are sitting in a tree. Kissing. And Joker's not too happy about it. Something about having so many comic books. I mean, you know what I mean? If someone asked me, have you got a run of Harley Quinn comics? I probably would have said no. No, I don't think I've got any run of Harley Quinn comics. Yeah, as we're approaching the third year of Harley Quinn comics. Mind you, these were back in 2003, so it was 15 years ago. So you got to, excuse an old man and his I can't think of the word, that's how old and pathetic my brain is. We're on the last package of these Harley Quinn comics now. So it didn't run that long. I mean, I could be forgiven for getting a nearly 40 issue run of comics. Alright. Could well be worth reading again though. I'm sure they were a lot of fun. 37, sorry. And there we go. This is the last one in this run. Cuckoo for Incarceration, Harley Quinn number 38, and that's January 2004. Right, number one, The Crimson Avenger, 4-parter from 1988. I think he was the very first superhero, literally the very first superhero, the first one to have like a mask and a cape. There's definitely something about the Crimson Avenger. He's definitely the first. I think he's the first masked adventurer. I'm pretty sure he is. Is that when he predated Phantom and all those? suppose he must do. Does he predate the Shadow though? I'm not sure. But then the Shadow doesn't actually wear a mask, does he? He just has a scarf up above his, across his face. And a pulled down fedora. So I'm not too sure. Okay. One issue of Hero Graphics Flare. And I've forgotten all about this character. This was based on an old role-playing game. I think it was called Champions. I think it was a Champion system. Not intended for children. I only got number 4 of this one. Now my mate I've mentioned before, Martin, he had a bit of a mental health problem and he ended up selling all his comics without offering me to buy them off him. And I haven't seen him in 20 years probably. But he had this run of Flare, and there was one scene in it that was bloody hilarious. Funniest freaking thing I've ever read in a comic. And I might have to see if I can pick it up actually. Basically, she's fighting, I think he might have been fighting this guy, Foxbat, and she has a wardrobe malfunction, and one of her womanly bits pops out of her costume, pops out of her bodice, and he pops it back, he sort of pops it back in, he gets all his bites, he goes, oh, and he pops it back in for her. It was just so stupid, and because he was a bit of a madcap kind of character, he's just like, oh dear, and obviously she beat the crap out of him, but it was just so stupid and funny, but yeah, I'll have to see if I can pick up that issue sometime. Okay. Don't remember this at all. Razor and Morbid Angel by London Knight Comics, is that? I don't remember picking this up. I'm pretty sure I can tell you why I picked it up though, because Morbid Angel is the name of a really cool death metal band. So Razor's the name of a really good thrash metal band as well actually. So yeah, Razor and Morbid Angel, and then we got at the half one on the back. Yeah, episode half. Issue a half, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we've got Violator versus Badrock. Liefeld cover. Violator, of course, was Spawn's big enemy. There's actually a good, really funny comic. I'm not sure if I've got it. It was another one of my mate Martin used to have. And I read it, because I used to read his comics, he used to read my comics. Back before he had a psychotic breakdown, and I never saw him again. But yeah, and one of them was like a 4-issue, I think it was a 4-part of the Violator, and he had like a couple of brother demons, and there was a stupid villain, so like a Punisher parody called the, I think that was a defenestrator who threw people through windows, and I'm pretty sure there was another one called the Admonisher, something like that, the Admonisher, and he'd tell people off basically. It was quite funny. See if I can pick that up if I haven't got it in my collection somewhere. Alright, I've got a few of these Impact comics. Not many. Black Hood. Just 11 and 12 of the Black Hood. I think they were a DC branch of comics, but using characters from another company. I can't remember what company it was they got them from actually. Was it Archie or something like that? I'm not too sure where the original Impact characters were from. But they were like brought out by DC, I think, and relaunched as aimed at younger readers. Kind of, they were quite fun though. I quite liked them. The Impact range. You had Comet here. I think I might have a full run of Comet. To be honest, I thought I had more of the Black Hood. But these might be worth picking up actually, because you know they're not like War and Peace or anything like that. They're just fun, basic old style comics, you know. Your hero wants to do right, gets into a punch up. Oh, I don't have the full run here, so I've got those go to number 5, and then we go straight to number 13. And then 14. And these won't be very expensive. I bet I could pick these up in the dollar bins. Not that we have dollar bins in the UK, but you know, in the cheap bins. Wouldn't surprise me. But the Web. 1, 2. This was kind of like their version of Shield or Checkmate for. My throat's really annoying me today. 5. Yeah, if you're a character called the Fly, I don't think you want to team up with the Web somehow, because it could be a bit dangerous for you. 6, 7. Okay, 8 of those. I think I've got some more in another pack. So that goes up to that went up to number 8, so I seem to be missing number 9. That went up to number 8, then it starts again at number 10, 11, 12. I think my mate Vic Bubble gave me some of his comics. I think he had some of these in that collection that he gave me. So it'd be well worth looking in there to see if there's any ones that I don't have that I can possibly put away in these boxes. I know we've got the Impact Annual, the Web, number 1. Alright, Legend of the Shield. That's right, because a lot of them went together and became the Crusaders, didn't they? They're coming the Crusaders. Oh, these are all saying number 10. This is a crossover. So the Coming of the Crusaders crossover within Impact Comics. So that's why you've got Legend of the Shield number 10. You've got the Comet number 10. Is that why it wasn't in that pack just now? Didn't I go straight from... No, it was number 8 that was missing, wasn't it? Oh no, that was the Web, not the Comet. Oh, I don't know. Right. The Fly. Yeah, so this was basically a crossover event. So I've put these all in together. Oh yeah, it's not confusing at all. Yeah, so 5... oh no, there's more in this next box, I think. Next packet. So that's the Coming of the Crusaders number 5. Coming of the Crusaders number 6. Number 7. And then we have, they're here! The Crusaders first issue spectacular! Here they're fighting Calafar Unleashed. Oh, and I don't have number 3. There's straight to number 4. Oh, is number 3 on the back of that one? No, it's not. 5. 6. 7. Right, 8 of those. They're gone, the Last Crusade. Yeah, it didn't last too long, unfortunately. Right. Then we have something called the Crucible, the Final Impact. And I've only got 1 and 3 of that. And that seems to be all the Impact comics that I have. Oh, I've got some Power Man and Iron Fist. And I just learned recently that this Power Man and Iron Fist came directly out of the Power Man run. So I need to put these in with my Power Man comics that I had. Was it last week I went for my Power Man? Week before? So 60, 65. El Aguila is back. 67. To be honest, I'm not even sure how many of these I've got. I didn't think I had that many of these, but we'll soon find out. 69. 76. 77. It's like being beaten up by ballerinas. That's got to be an embarrassment, isn't it? 85. 87. I thought I had this comic. When I saw Roger going through his Power Man and Iron Fist runs as part of a competition thing that he did. Yeah, that Moon Knight one was in there. Remember that now. 87. 88. 90. That's an unfortunate name, Unus. Unus could so easily be mocked for his name, I'm sure. Oh dear, that doesn't look very good. Oh, was that Chemistro? As he turned Iron Fist into glass, or Power Man into glass or something. Number 95. 97. Not too sure how many of these run for. Was it 120, something like that? 99. I'm glad I got quite a few. This might be a run worth, once I've cleared out some of the other runs that I'm hopeful to put together, this might be one that's worth trying to put together. I don't think they're super expensive, these comics. I know Luke Cage will be, because he started off as Luke Cage, And I went on, and I think it started with Luke Cage, then it became Power Man Luke Cage, I think, and then it became Power Man and Iron Fist. Or did it start as Hero for Hire? It might have started Hero for Hire, then became Luke Cage Power Man, and then it might become Power, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, maybe I can try and see if I can get a run of these together anyway. So I've got a fair few here. Quite happy with... I've got more than I thought I had, put it that way. But... yeah, we'll see if these are going expensively now or not. 116, 117. I think they went up to about 120. So it's a fairly respectable number of Power Man and Iron Fist there. We've got a few moderner, is that a word? Moderner? More modern Heroes for Hire from 1997, so not that modern. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I've got a fairly good run of these ones. Number 4. Oh, Ostrander. What's he doing writing for Marvel? I thought Ostrander wrote for DC. Traitor! No, not really. These guys work for whoever they want to write for, don't they? And like if Ostrander's doing it, then it could have been it was a decent Marvel comic for once. Ooh. Marvel bashing there. No, actually saying that in this era of Marvel, they were rubbish to my mind. I don't care. People think I think they were rubbish. That's why I stopped collecting Marvel. I stopped collecting Marvel, I don't know, mid-90s, early 90s. And I think these comics, these weren't ones that I picked up myself. These are ones that I was given or, I don't know, bought in a run or something like that. Yeah, if Ostrander wrote it, they're probably quite a decent run. I've got a few missing there. 14, 15, 16 are missing. I think this is when Luke Cage was dating She-Hulk. 18. Apparently he's a bit of a player, old Luke Cage. Just they made him into one, didn't they? Right, this is, I think, is the last run in this box. Thunderstrike! Not too sure what the year is. Does it say on the front there? 1993, I think. And I can't believe that's £2.20, that one. Back in 93, they were £2.20 in the UK. Wow. That seems higher than what I'd expected to be in that period, actually. Mind you, they're going, what are they going for now? Bloody £3 odd per comic. Yeah, I don't imagine that Thunderstrike has got any value whatsoever. He was like, he took over for 4 for a while, didn't he? And then he was running concurrently with 4. And then I'm not too sure what happened after that. Probably got written out. Bit of a crimp on that cover there, number 4. Thunderstrike number 5. It's the 90s. They say society stinks. It does. They say politicians lie. They do. They say you can't trust anyone. They say you can't trust anyone. Maybe. They say heroes are dead. Wrong. He's got a blinking webcam on his head. Who is Black Wolf? A soldier starts to bleed. Thunderstrike. Meet Officer Zero. Will he save the city or destroy it? Blood Axe is back. That's a nice cover. That one, I like that one. it's all logo with just like 2 big people bashing it out at the front of it. Thunderstrike versus the Mighty Four. Number 12. Whiteout. 13. He's back, Cage, and he's brought trouble. The brutal, bone-crushing Bison. Double feature. Is that Code Blue, like a police team, wasn't they? Like a special police team, I think, and Thunderstrike in the same book. Just one comic in that one, yeah. 15. Thunderstrike presents the sensational She-Hulk versus Titania grudge match. The defeat of Blood Axe. And then we have Blood Axe and Thunderstrike together in the shadow of Seth. The Everyman Avenger, Thunderstrike. I don't think Everyman's got the power of the Thunder God somehow. Okay, teaming up with Black Panther. Can the combined power of War Machine, Ant-Man, She-Hulk and Thunderstrike defeat the sinister spells of Loki, God of Evil? Just my imagination, or is that not a parody, but a homage cover? Is that not very similar to an old classic Avengers cover where they're facing off against Loki? I've got a feeling it might be, but, you know, I could be mistaken. Right, there's old Bloodstrike back again. Sorry, Blood Axe, not Bloodstrike. Right, number 23. Things just got ugly. Looks like he's melded the Ultimate Avenger, Thunderstrike. He's melded Blood Axe and Thunderstrike together. And then lastly, the Everyman Avenger, number 24, The End. Is that him dead, being carried by Thor? Has he died at the end of that one? Can't remember. Anyway, that's it. That's that box. A fairly mixed bag. I've got to try and put all those in the blog now. Oh, why did I decide to do a blog? Anyway, check out the blog if you want to make my hours of effort worth my while. Right, cheers for watching, and I'll be back next week with more books. Comic books, of course.